Welcome everyone to the performance review of these, the Fuelcell Rebel 2. So welcome everybody to the performance review of probably one of the most popular shoes of 2021, the New Balance Rebel 2. Now apologies if it's a little bit windy down here on the river today. I'll try my best to edit it out, but anyway, the Fuelcell Rebel 2. I think I caught everybody a bit off guard actually this year when it came out, because oh man, it's just awesome. So we'll get onto the stats and features in a minute when I stop and take the shoe off so you can have a look at it. But the reason I say it's awesome is because of the feedback from the Fuelcell. It is, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I can't remember which video, whether it was one of the comparisons, but it's like a naughty little schoolboy. He just wants to go out and have a good time whenever you put it on. Now, the thing is, what's been interesting for me is the use I've had of it. I've not been able to use it for anything sort of over 10 miles because of the Fuelcell. Now, what do you mean, Fordy, by that? Well, basically, the Fuelcell compound for me is just that fraction too unstable. So I think the Fuelcell midsole compound is one of the softest out there. Let me know in the comments if you know of a soft one. And also, actually, what do you think of the Rebel 2? Have you got a pair? How you been getting on with them? Let me know in the comments. Like I said at the start, this is a performance review, so it's really just a bit of a catch up on it. But the Fuelcell midsole for me is just that little bit too soft. Like the TC was a nightmare. The RC, my pronation, well, it was murder. So it's just that fraction too soft, and I'm really unstable in it. But with the Rebel 2, because of the sort of low stack height in it, I'm able to get the benefit of the Fuelcell compound. Thank you. I'm able to get the benefit of the Fuelcell compound and all the sort of awesomeness of it, but without the sort of downside that comes with it for me with my lazy pronation. Now I know I've been going on about it a lot in this video, but it is one of those things, and I think it affects a lot of runners out there. So that's why I try and talk about it a little bit, because it does affect me in the shoes that I wear. But the good thing is with the Rebel, it's just got the right amount of Fuelcell to get all these sort of, the awesomeness from the shoe. So this is not a shoe for me that I've been taking up into like massive long runs because of the nature of the compound. But on those sort of daily runs where I've wanted to put a little bit of goal pace, tempo pace, I don't know, progressive run, out and back, just, not just one of those sort of mileage bankers, I've gone for the Fuelcell, the Rebel 2, and it has been a toss-up between this and the Hoka. The Hoka for me is just that little bit more stable, so I've been able to use that more in those medium distance runs. So really, the Rebel 2 for me has been coming alive on those sort of 3 to 6 milers, and where I'm, like I say, where I'm looking for that goal pace, tempo pace, and I can play around with it because the responsiveness from the shoe is so immense. I'm just cruising along here at goal pace 909 per mile, goal pace, easy pace, sorry, at 909 per mile. I'm in cruise control. But if I want to go up a gear and I want to get down to sort of goal pace, easy, and I can feel the feedback coming from the shoe immediately. So I'm just already back up onto my toes, and I can feel the sort of, cheers mate, the fuel cell egging me on to go a little bit faster, and then you can just back it off a bit and you're back in that easy pace. And that's the thing with the shoe, you've got the ability and the versatility of it to go through the gears and have some fun while you're out there on your daily runs. So here it is, the Rebel 2, and to be fair, the wear, have a look, it's not too bad. I've worn it out down here basically because of my pronation, and around there I've chewed up the fuel cell along there a bit, but in general, be fair, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's still super comfortable. You've got this sort of, I don't know, it is a thicker material for the upper, but it is super breathable. You've got a almost racing tongue in there, look. See what I mean? But it is massive, look. But it does lay across your foot. Real nice, but they're just, I don't know. Like I was saying, the whole setup of the shoe, it just seems to work as that sort of, so I've got one foot on one shoe, so it just seems to, I don't know, set up nicely for those faster, quicker sort of daily runs that you want to do. But the overall fit's been great, no problems with it. And I just think, yeah, I wouldn't want to go to too much more stack in the fuel cell. I mean, it is super soft. Look, if you look at that, I don't know if that's coming out on the camera, but it is super soft. And it's probably about as much fuel cell as my pronation, my legs can take. I think if you do struggle with your pronation, then you need to go and get the Prism, or even the Prism 2, which is about to drop, which has got a medial post here. And I hope that that fuel cell Prism takes basically what they've created here into the Prism, say, with that little bit of support in there. But overall, the whole setup of the shoe, if you just look at it, it's been doing great. I'm down here today, as you can see from the B-roll, doing, you know, bits and bobs of the tow path, bits and bobs of the park, and all that kind of stuff. But the outsole has held up with everything I've chucked at it, and so you've got exposed midsole there, fuel cell there, which again is not, I mean, it's grated there, but what do you expect? It's doing fantastic, even though the wear on there, because, and that is the thing, because of the pronation with the softness of the shoe, I am running sort of outwards. I do find that a lot, but you know what, it's not really giving me any grief in terms of pain or discomfort over the runs that I've done in it. Although, like I said earlier, I have been limiting my distances in the shoe, because for me this just sits, you know, in that sort of tempo daily trainer shoe. So there you go, that's the shoe. I hopefully would have put something up with the stats and features on the shoe, so you got a little bit more information on it. But yeah, so there you go, there's the Rebel 2 off of my foot. So hopefully that was useful, a little bit about the sort of stats and features. But I hear you say, Fordy, why is it not your shoe of 2021, your daily trainer? And I've done the video on that, check it out. But basically, I know it was the Puma Velocity Nitro, by the way, but basically, because of the limitations it has for me, is why it's not the daily trainer of the year. Because, like as I said in that video, a daily trainer for me needs to be able to do everything, and I have some limitations in the shoe, despite it being absolutely incredible. And that's the thing, it is an incredible shoe, one of the best of 2021, and one of the best shoes I've got in my rotation. I'll give you an example today. It's double run day for me. I'm out here just doing 3 miles at sort of easy to goal pace. I'm going back and forth because I've got a club session tonight, which will be a higher effort. But I'm wearing the Rebels now. I'm not on that club session because I want the sort of, I don't know, punchiness to sort of energise me after last night's club session to help me through the run. That's where I'm using the Rebel today. So short run, but I've got a double run today. So I'm just having a little bit of fun before tonight's sort of higher effort, if that makes any sense. And that is where the Rebel 2 works for me. So hopefully this video's helped. I think a lot of you guys have already gone out and got it, to be honest. And that's why I say I want your feedback in how you're getting on with it. But it is one of the best shoes I've got in the rotation. It's not the best daily training for me for 2021, but I think for a lot of you guys, it probably is.